Ground ball. McLean, second. 12 in a row. The oldest team in professional baseball has its 5th ever winning streak of a dozen straight.
Our job every day is to try to kick somebody's ass. I mean, that's why we're here.
That is caught. Left center. Reds win.
And this ball is launched. High and very deep to right, long gone. It's second of the night. Ellie De La Cruz.
Short lead for Pena. Larkin drills it. Do you believe this? It's going to be gone. Back to back. Walk-off home runs. How about this? He's back. He's back. He's back.
And a swing and a drive. Deep left field. This one belongs to the Reds. Swung on and hit deep to left field. That ball is going to be gone. Home run. And the Reds put it tied to 4.
Goes to second one. Around to first. Got a double play. And the Reds sweep the Cubs. Breaking ball. Hit high. Hit deep. Way back there. And gone. Into the second deck and left. Christian Encarnacion Strand walks it off.
Archer does it in his major league debut. He gets the final 3 outs, and the Reds get an extra inning win. A thriller 5-4.
Swung on. Fly ball. Hit to deep right field. That ball is going to be gone. A grand slam home run by Mike Cameron.
2 outs, 2 on. Reds down by 1. Larkin down the line. It's a winning. It's a winning. Here comes Tucker. Here comes Steins. Larkin's won the game. Barry Larkin gets mobbed. Look at this scene. It's synergy.
The stretch, the pause and the pitch. And a line drive, base hit left center field. A single for Aaron Boone. And this one belongs to the Reds. The Reds have won 8 in a row.
Kobayashi with a long look turns it loose and Dunn hits it to deep right. It's all over. And this one belongs to the Reds. The Reds have won their 5th game in a row. They've defeated the Cleveland Indians on an Adam Dunn 3-run home run, 4-2. In on the corners at first and third. 2 on, nobody out. Here's Royce Ring pitching, no bunt. Ground ball by the third baseman into left field. Jay Bruce rounds third. This one belongs to the Reds.
That's it pretty good. Guess what? He doesn't need speed. That's gone. He's the king of the Queen City tonight.
With 1 out here in the 11th inning, you sure got to go now. 1 out, pull down the left field line. That ball is going to get the winning run in. Here comes Jay Bruce rounding third, heading toward the plate. And this one belongs to the Reds.
Huge situation for Lodolo. Why you paying the big bucks to deliver the goods with 2 outs in the 9th inning? Can he do it? In the gap, right center field, and Votto delivers the goods.
Hit deep center field. And Neal going back at the warning track. Oh, he gets one. It's gone. Joey Votto is delivered.
Good evening, Reds fans, and welcome to another edition of the Chatterbox Reds pregame show. I'm Hunter Hurst. He's Max Alfonso, and Max, no other way to say it, it feels like it's over.
Yeah, welcome to Chatterbox Reds, folks. Not much optimism left between me and Hunter here. Yeah, it's just tough right now. It's all I got right now.
It's as bad as it could be. The bunt, I think that's where we'll start.
Yeah.
First off, the Reds lost last night. They lost 5 of 6. They got it within half a game at one point. Behind the Mets, who have
That was
suddenly,
fun.
yeah, that was awesome. And suddenly the Mets have picked it up, and the Reds have done more than dropped it. They've punted it across the Queen City. It's in Newport at the moment. Whatever it is, they've punted it. So the bunt. So obviously, if you didn't watch the game last night, Noelvi Marte is up, I believe, in the 5th inning. I think it was the 5th when I turned it off after this happened. But Noelvi's up, and you got 2 men on, nobody out. Probably the best hitter on your team at the plate, at least in the current situation with this club. and he tries to drop down a sacrifice bunt, which he has. I saw Mo Egger tweet it in almost 3,000 plate appearances across minor leagues and Major League Baseball. He has never successfully completed. He bunts, and it's turned into a double play. McQueen's picked off at second, and it felt like for as many times as the Reds have been able to keep themselves alive through this just roller coaster of a year, last night felt like it really came off the tracks is with the double play off the bunt. So, Max, what do you got? What do you got?
Yeah, so it's enough to say the bunt is bad, but it's just so much deeper than that. Because after the game, Tito says, well, I didn't tell him to bunt. But you know what you did do, and you know what Chris Valaika did? They instilled this mindset in this team that you need to play small ball because you guys can't hit home runs. Marte in August is hitting .310 with an OPS over 800. He tried to bunt to set up Ellie De La Cruz. I love Ellie. He has been awful in August. He hasn't been good. I'm sorry, it's just how it is. He has not been good. You are bunting to set up Ellie De La Cruz with your best hitter at the plate. And honestly, that's exactly what should have happened, is popping it up to the pitcher. Like, that is what they deserve. I'm not mad at Marte at all. Even if it was his own decision, I'm not mad at Marte at all. It's the mindset that they've instilled in this team that you need to bunt. Like, you need to get the runners over, like small ball, and then we'll get our single and take the lead by 1 in the 5th. What is a 1-run lead in the 5th inning going to do against the Dodgers with Ohtani, Will Smith, Freddie Freeman, Mookie Betts? The lead's not going to last. Like, it just makes no sense. I know the pitching staff's been great, but you can't do that. And then another thing, they put Marte in center field last night. He's never played in an inning of center field. Hey, maybe he played 1 in Arizona, but that was it. He had never played center field at all. He was a shortstop coming up, then he went to third, and then we traded for Ke'Bryan Hayes. So they said, hey, go play right field, which we all wanted. I don't think it was the greatest situation to throw him out there in the middle of the season. We've seen him be up and down in right field. We talked about that last week. But it's just not fair. And the fact that Tito just took zero accountability after the game. It was like, yeah, I didn't tell him to bunt. Don't care. Like, this is your team. This is the mindset you put in this team. And I wasn't a huge David Bell guy. Like, it was what I thought they needed to move on. But Marte, zero shot. Marte lays down a bunt there. He's swinging. He's swinging away, trying to find a gap and get some runs in. And that's what should have happened. And everything about last night was so unfair to Noelvi Marte to just throw him in center field, something he's never done before, make him bunt something else he's never done before. And then after the game, the manager taking it, no accountability. The Hall of Fame manager, sorry. Just ridiculous.
Yeah, the two things I want to hit on there. So obviously we talked about fair. We've heard, so many times in post-game off days, Tito hitting us with the, we're trying to do right by these guys. We want to do what's fair to them. Like when they DFA'd Fraley, when, they don't pinch run for Trevino because they don't want Will Banfield making his debut in the bottom of the 10th inning in a playoff race. So many times we've heard this word, we want to do what's fair by these guys and do right by them. At what point have they done right by Noelvi Marte at all this season? At what point have they done right by Will Benson this season? They haven't. They just haven't. We DFA'd Fraley because we think it'd be fair to him to get at bats and be able to play every day somewhere else. What about Will Benson? You're facing a right-handed pitcher tonight. Obviously, we don't think Shohei's going to go anywhere near 5 or 6 innings based on how he's thrown this year, but at least put the guy in. What has he had, 6 plate appearances since he got recalled? If that? I think he's got 4 this month. At what point are you being fair to him? And then you put Noelvi Marte in center field. I mean, obviously, you mentioned they put him in right field in the middle of the year. We can talk about fairness and accountability until we're blue in the face, but it's more of a preferences thing. There's a favoritism, it seems, on this team and from Tito. And I was all in on the Tito hire before it happened, and I'll be the first guy to say it. He's done. At some point, the game has passed you by. I'm a huge Packers fan. Mike McCarthy won a Super Bowl in Green Bay and managed to ride that out for 9 more years after that, when the game had just simply passed him by. Thought a year off might help him. It hasn't. It just hasn't for Tito. It didn't really work for McCarthy in Dallas on the football side. He's done.
Another thing I didn't understand, like you mentioned Benson, why play Marte in center last night facing a lefty and bench Friedel? Like, if you just do, like, why not just do it tonight? Bench Friedel, and then you can play Benson against a right-handed pitcher. It's like sometimes they don't think. Like, it's unbelievable. Like, did they not have enough guys that can bunt in the lineup? Like, I don't understand. Espinal was also in right field. The Espinal management too. It's insane. Espinal's been awful. He has like 3 extra base hits since like May. Like, that's like impossible to do. I just don't understand. It doesn't make any sense, any of it. Austin Hayes homered last night, so he's going to play like the next 12 days and probably get 2 hits and hit into 12 double plays. So we get to watch that again. Like, I'm just so tired of everything. I'm just tired. Pull up Sal Stewart. Give me something, please. Like, I can't continue to watch McLean, Espinal, these guys get these terrible plate appearances, and then they just do these weird things with everyone else. Like you said, play favoritism with Marte and Benson. I do think Tito likes Marte. It's clear he doesn't like Benson. They traded him away in Cleveland when Tito was there, and he just doesn't play him here. He had that big hit against Colorado before the All-Star break, and barely played since. It's because he didn't run out of the box. He got a triple and won the game, and Tito after the game was like, he didn't run out of the box. Like, that's just insane how you can play favoritism like that. And then the same thing happened with Steer 2 weeks later against the Dodgers, that triple where he hit to center field, didn't run out of the box. Tito said nothing about that. It's just the favoritism here is just unbelievable, and I'm just tired of it. And I realize I put Martinez in there instead of Lodolo. Apologies. I was still mad about Noelvi Marte bunting.
Yeah, it's been a rough night. We both think it's over, but mathematically, it's not. So we're still going to talk about it. The Reds are 3.5 out. Mets are playing the Phillies, going for a sweep at Citi Field, where Philadelphia apparently just doesn't win there. So I think it's tied in the top or bottom of the third, the last I looked. So looking at tonight's game, obviously, we mentioned the graphic and everything. Give us a break. It's been a mentally taxing 24 hours or 20 hours, whatever it's been since the bunt. But Nick Lodolo is on the hill tonight for the Reds. Was looking at stats against him that, Dodgers hitters before the game. So they're hitting 296 against him, but they're all singles. So I was looking at that, and he's got 12 strikeouts against this lineup. I'm hoping that the Dodgers come out and they're trying to hunt extra base hits and kind of hunt against Lodolo and try to, knock the cover off the ball and rattle him early. Because if they go with the death by 1,000 cuts approach that the Reds love so well, it's a position that they could put themselves in where they could have success tonight, and ultimately the Reds finally get swept this year. What do you think out of Nick Lodolo would be considered good this evening? What are you looking for from him?
To get through the start completely healthy. Like, I want him to pitch well, and I think there's a good chance he does pitch well because he's just been so good this year. But I want to see him finish the year strong and healthy. Like you said, mathematically, they're nowhere close to out of it yet. The Rockies were just now eliminated, and they've been out of it technically since March 31st. But yeah, so I'll go through the Dodgers lineup real quick because it's interesting to me tonight. Ohtani leads it off. He is a starting pitcher as well. Mookie Betts at shortstop, Teoscar Hernandez, Andy Pajes hitting cleanup, Kike Hernandez hitting fifth at first, Michael Conforto in left, Rojas, Dalton rushing, catching, and Alex Freeland third. So no Freddie Freeman tonight or Will Smith. Obviously they're facing a lefty. It doesn't really matter. Freddie Freeman's not a platoon player. This is just a convenient spot to give him a day off. Will Smith I mean, he might be the best. I guess Cal Raleigh. He's probably the best catcher in the National League. So the lineup isn't, as good tonight for the Dodgers. Now, is it better than the Reds lineup? Probably. But, this is a lineup where I think Lodolo should pitch pretty well. What stands out to you? Does anything stand out to you about the Dodgers lineup?
No, not other than, you mentioned Freeman, who's one of the Dodgers with multiple hits against Lodolo. He's 2 for 3 against him lifetime. I mean, if I were Dave Roberts and I'm looking at the way that the Dodgers have played this Reds team in this series, I mean, it's the best day in the middle of they're in the middle of a push for division crown in Los Angeles. Freddie Freeman's older. It feels like a day you don't have to play your best guys and you can win this game pretty handily because the Reds had, ever since that opening night in Arizona, I believe that was the walk-off, was the first night, they just looked defeated. I mean, obviously they battled back in the Sunday win against Arizona, and then you come out flat on Monday and you get ran over, and then last night happens where you're trying to scrap across a run in a situation where, yeah, it'd be great to have a run, but it'd be a lot better to have 3. And it just, I don't know. It feels like such a convenient spot for Dave Roberts to be like, yeah, these guys don't need to play tonight, and we are still probably going to win this game. That's how done I am, if I'm honest. I mean, we haven't even gotten to the Reds lineup yet, and I'm already upset that Matt McClain's in it. I've been upset for a month and a half. Matt McClain's in the lineup.
Yeah, so let's talk about this. The lineup's on the screen, obviously. It's a pretty standard Reds lineup at this point in the year. Friedel, Marte, Cruz, who looks very tired. Austin Hazen left, who threw the ball to right field last night as a left fielder. Gavin Lux DHing, Spencer Steer, Jose Trevino, Ke'Bryan Hayes, and Matt McClain. Do you think there is any benefit right now to playing McClain as much as they're playing? Because I don't.
No, I don't. And as much hate as I give Santiago Espinal, I mean, I would rather have him in the lineup. You talk about what's right and what's fair by these guys. Matt McClain had an awesome first week. The Giants series, the series against Texas, he was good against Milwaukee. That was 4 months ago.
Yeah.
I lived in a different time zone when Matt McClain was last playing really well.
I was still in college.
Yeah.
So I didn't have a degree.
It just doesn't – you talk about what's right and what's fair, but you're not doing what's right or what's fair by Matt McClain. Keep throwing him out there. I mean, Monday night I tweeted, if you need a guy to look at a hanging breaking ball right now, Matt McClain is your guy. Because he's just lost up there. And it's sad to see because we were all excited to have him back. We were all devastated he missed 2024 after how awesome he was. Having him and Ellie up the middle in 2023 was just fantastic. He misses all last year, and then you're excited to have him back this year, and it's just been bad. It's just been bad, and it's sad to see, and there's just no benefit to throwing him out there every day. And now he's going to face Shohei Ohtani, who is not the pitcher that he has been in the past, but he's still Shohei Ohtani. He's got electric stuff. I mean, Matt McClain poking the ball through the right side might fire up Chris Valleca and everybody, but everybody can run into one here and again. It's just, what are we doing?
Yeah. There's no benefit. There hasn't been a benefit to running McClain out there at all every day. It just doesn't make any sense. Ryan Valade Sal Stewart have both been dominating in Louisville. They both can play second. It makes no sense. And I still believe in McLean long term. I really do.
Oh,
Like
100%.
I think
100%.
he's still gonna be a good major league player. I don't know if he'll be a rookie year McLean, because that was like one of the best players, one of the best second basemen in baseball. But he's definitely an above average player. He's better than Jonathan India. I truly do believe that. And I still like that trade. India stinks this year. But there's no benefit, like at all. Like all we're doing is just beating him down. Like social media is crushing him. We're sitting here crushing him. Um, like mentally, I feel bad. He's just gotta be like just done. Like I feel bad for the guy, honestly. Like there's people on Twitter saying he doesn't even look like he's trying or cares. I promise you, Matt McLean cares and is trying. Like I promise you that. I wish one time he would show emotion, just one time, because he's so like he's so quiet, and it's just how he is. I'm not gonna like knock him for that. But just one time, I wish he'd just like launch his helmet, maybe accidentally in the direction of Christopher Lake, on accident, of course. But but I feel bad. Maybe Sal Stewart will be here Friday, which I guess that's good. I mean,
It's
I
too
don't know.
little, too late.
Yeah, I'm just so beaten down at this point.
Yeah, I don't want to trash
Yeah.
Matt McLean as much as we are, but it's always been apparent to me. I said this way earlier in the year when we were on, and he was really struggling. The one thing that I've really admired about Matt McLean through all of this, he's never let the hustle, he's never let his play at the plate affect the way he busts his ass in the field down. I mean, he chops one to short. The guy's not jogging. He's still going 100% down the line every time. He'll be good. Just needs rest. Spooky Ghost 515. I fully agree. I mean, it's
Yeah.
just the way it is. That's kind of the way the cookie has crumbled for Matt McLean this year. It's gonna be fine. It's just not his year, is the way that I look at it.
It's really insane when you were talking earlier about like McLean hasn't played well since the first week of the season. And that's true. Like he was fine in June. Like I don't think anyone right now, or many people at least, are like, man, I wish we had June Matt McLean. He was fine. But like I want the first 2 week of the year, Matt McLean. That guy was raking up until he got hurt. And maybe that's the injury that's still bugging him, and he was out all years last year, so he tried to come back early. Maybe that's what it is. We've seen these guys play through injuries. Steer has played through injury. We don't even know how injured he is. Case has been hurt a ton. Ellie has been hurting, has had a quad injury. And I would bet to believe some other stuff too. Stevenson, they didn't even know he fractured his thumb somehow. So I mean, there's guys battling, and I appreciate that they're trying to fight through things, and Andujar as well, who's kind of in and out of the lineup right now because he's also battling something. I appreciate guys playing through it, but it all comes down to it just really sucking right now.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to give up, obviously, and they should. I mean, they're professional athletes; they're getting paid millions of dollars, but as people, it's not within them to give up. So I don't think the Reds are going to give up. I think the reason that we go back to this being a sort of eulogy on what we believed in the 2025 Reds is just a failure at an organizational level. Is you don't add bullpen help at the deadline when you're throwing your best guys out there every single time it's warranted. You have to go to Ashcraft, Santillan, Pagan every single time. You don't add a lefty. You don't add a real bat. For what it's worth, Key Brian Hayes and Miguel Andujar have been fantastic additions. However, they're not the power bat that you really need in the middle of the lineup to kind of bridge the gap, because Gavin Lux is currently hitting fifth. I think Gavin Lux has, 4 home runs this year? I don't know how many extra base hits, but it can't be above 30. That's just – you didn't add a guy who's going to come in and slug 425, and that's lowballing the kind of power bat this lineup would really benefit from. Ellie needs a day off. I know we all want him to play 162. I respect the hell out of him for giving it everything he's got and trying to carry this team at 23 years old. It's a failure at an organizational level that has plagued this team for years, and it just sucks. That's kind of the way it is. If this team and this organization broke Nick Kirby, our boss, who tweeted last night, and I believe he said, "I quit," then what do we do?
Yeah. So full transparency, I worked early this morning, so I didn't watch. After Austin Hayes threw the ball to right field, I turned the game off because I couldn't do it anymore. But one of the first tweets I saw when I woke up was Nick Kirby saying, "I quit, man." And then I saw the Trace rant last night on the postgame show. Be sure to tune in tonight. I believe it's Nick and Trace tonight. I'm sure they'll be in great moods. Just yeah, I don't really have much to say. I'm tired of this team. I'm tired of watching them. It is an organizational failure, so it's not completely their fault. The organization has completely let them down. That's 100% what it is. I love the Tito hire at the time. I hope he retires now. I hope this year has just burnt him up and he is done. Maybe the Cardinals will be looking for a manager. I think he'd be a perfect fit in St. Louis. The Cardinal way. Tito, you are built for the Cardinal way. You're gonna bunt. You're gonna run really hard. You're gonna hit the ball to right field. Chris Valleca, I heard he loves St. Louis. So yeah, just bad. They didn't try at the deadline. They half tried. We had 3 good relievers. Well, 3.5. I would give a half to Barlow and Ashcraft. Maybe a quarter to Ashcraft. But and he broke. He's hurt now. He was the corresponding move for Nick Lodolo, who's a starter now. They ran him into the ground. Pagan has looked rough when he's been in. Santillan's the only one who's been able to withstand it. He hasn't truly. He's had a couple rough games, but Santillan has been the man this year. And who knows how much longer that's going to happen because he's pitching almost every time they're in a big game. He's in. He's always the one in.
Every time. I know what they call him, the firefighter is what Tito put that role as this in March in the spring. Sure. I don't know too many fires that start where they got one guy with a hose out there. And that's what it's been for every time the Reds are in a jam. Here comes Big Tone. And he's probably my favorite player on the team, if I'm being honest. I love
Santillan.
I've got so much fun. I was at his debut against the Rockies in 21. It was 100 degrees, and I thought at the time, this guy's a stud. Yeah, I love him to death. I can't say enough good things about him. Can't say enough good things about Brent Suter. Really can't say enough good things about a lot of the people that are on this team. However, it's the trickle down effect. That's what it is. It starts at the top. The ownership's cheap. They suck. Nick Krall is just a yes man at this point. I mean, we're going to do what we got to do. Sure, whatever you got to say to keep your job, Krall. And then that trickled down to David Bell. That's trickling down to Terry Francona, who has, for whatever reason, still has Chris Valleca on this team. I wouldn't have minded them seeing Quint Hurdle in the dugout for the Reds as the hitting coach over Chris Valleca. But to each their own. We're almost out of time, but the weather, it's Los Angeles. It's beautiful. We'll put it that way. Bullpen, the Reds have been abysmal for the last 2 days. So your the back end of your bullpen, what's left of it, now that Ashcraft's gone, they're well rested. Around the National League Central, the Reds aren't catching the Brewers, nor are they catching the Cubs. And we'll pray to God that they can find a way to get back within half a game and get our hopes up again. Because all we have right now in our hearts is that the Reds got us to football season. That's all I can say about this team is they stayed in it long enough for the kickoff of that game in Dublin on Saturday, and then everything just went to hell. That's all I can say. They got me here. I'd love to watch more entertaining baseball, but it's just not happening. That's what I got.
Optimistic John in the chat just appeared. I haven't seen him today. This was a great This would have been a perfect episode for you, man. Go back and watch and message us on Twitter. Yeah, I don't have much, man. I'm pretty done. They got us to football season. I say I'm done. I'm gonna watch. It's just how I am. I'm gonna watch the games, and I'm gonna get mad when Ellie doesn't try and steal second, and Austin Hayes inevitably hits into his 83rd double play of the year. So yeah, what do you have predictions for tonight?
Hell, I don't know. We tried the Santiago Espinal home run last time. Let's take a look at this lineup and see what's going to happen. You know what? Branch Brown said he bet on a Matt McQuain home run because we're trashing him. You know what? I believe. I got an extra $5 sitting in the account right now that could be better spent elsewhere, but scared money doesn't make money. Matt McQuain is going to take Shohei Ohtani deep with 2 outs in the bottom or the top of the second inning. That's what we're going with. I'll take it first plate appearance, Matt McQuain home run.
I will take the Jose Trevino sacrifice bunt, leading to a Key Bryant Hayes fly ball to right field that scores 1 run, and we lose 9-1. We get swept for the first time this year, but hey, we got to run across.
Yeah, so hopefully the Reds don't get swept. We can continue to hang the banner of fewest quality starts against, as well as the haven't been swept.
Seriously, like them not say they don't get swept all year and still miss the playoffs. Like that's genuinely insane. Like how does that even?
That's not insane. Happen? That's called hell. Is what that is. Hell, literal Christian hell. That's what I've got. But I believe that's all we got. So we're going to keep saying it. Go Reds. We're hoping we're saying, and this one belongs to the Reds tonight. You know what? I believe Alicia Edgar. If I keep saying the Reds will get swept, then they won't get swept. So they're getting swept tonight. That's what I'll say. Go Reds. That's all I got.
Yeah, guys. Go Reds.